Alright, good evening everybody. We're going to do a quick video on removing the eye icon from the navigation pane. If you don't know what the eye icon is, it's a icon next to an entry on the navigation pane. And usually what it means is that the entry or the link is either hidden from students or it is in the bottom pane of the navigation settings so that it is not visible to either yourself or the students. So let's go ahead and look at removing that icon through the navigation settings. Alright, so again we're going to go into our sandbox number 2. And again, going into our, when we talk about navigation pane, we're looking at these items right here: home, modules, assignments, all these different links. And we've looked at before how to rearrange these, but when we're talking about the eye icon, is this little thing right here that shows that it cannot be seen or is not visible to students. And usually what something like this means that there are no announcements yet, so there's nothing to be seen by students. Files, outcomes, collaborations, these are probably going to be unseen, so anything at the bottom end of your list is usually non-visible to students, whereas up here it usually refers to the fact that there is nothing there yet for students to see. So let's go ahead and look at how we can remove this. And so in the navigation settings, what we have is two different groupings. Your topmost group is the group that is visible, so you can see that anything above My Media on this side is shown over here. So these items are no longer visible to students because we place them down here. So you can just click and drag and move these items around. So if you don't want the students to see something like the chat, for instance, you can move it down here. If you want to remove the eye setting from, say, files, where is files? Oh, it's actually, I'm sorry, files is something students cannot see. Outcomes or collaboration. So what we can do is we can move collaborations up here, and this would allow students to build collaborations with other students. And again, you can rearrange these however you want. You can take these, you can move them down here. I don't use announcements. If you want to, feel free. So what we'll do is we'll move items from the top to the bottom. Anything on the bottom students can't see. It's not visible to them. If there are things you want to allow students to see, you can move them up here, and vice versa, move them down here for them to not see. But you can use these and click and drag and move them around. Again, put the ones you use most often on top. It makes it easier to not have to scroll down the page. So once we're done, we can hit save. And we get to, you can see announcements is no longer up here, it's down here. Anything again below My Media on this side is down here and it can't be seen, so we've moved announcements down here. I don't use it, have no need for it, have no use for it, so we move it down here. So as we go back to our home page, we see that the only ones we would have access to on a regular basis are the ones that are from My Media and up. So modules, assignments, people. Again, I tend to use these three most often: module, assignments, people, quizzes, and grades. So those are my top 5. Again, using the navigation settings, you can move these around. So maybe you want to do grades up on top below home. Maybe you like modules. However you want to set it, just set it and hit save. We can go back and we'll see that home, modules, and grades. So anything on this side is over here in the same order. So move them about. We hit save again, double check, make sure we're good. We hit home, and then we are good to go. So again, how we use the navigation pane, get rid of the eyes. Again, the eye just means that it's not visible. Usually it means that it's down in the bottom of the that grouping at the bottom of the navigation settings. You've made it not visible. So if you want to make sure the eye goes away, you move it up top. Once you start placing items in that entry, then the eye will go away. So again, that's removing the eye from the navigation pane. As always, if there's any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment, shoot me an email, whatever works best for you, and have a great day. Thanks.